Hello fellow YouTubers, and today we're discussing the reading ability of my viewers. Also, I wanted to make a promise relatively early on to make sure the viewers hear it. I've decided that in order to achieve more subs, that if I get 25 subs by the end of July, I'll upload a rap song. Written, put together, performed by me. So, sub up if you're interested in that. Or if you just enjoy the video, because that's what you're supposed to do anyway. So, time to jump right in. Actually, no. Just a real quick disclaimer. There are no final bosses, no mini-bosses. Right into the video. For number 5, I have the first boss of Wind Waker, Goma. Can we be serious for a second? Most Zelda bosses before Wind Waker were pretty straightforward. Basically, you get an item, you use it to attack the boss, or you use the sword. Then you have the first boss of Wind Waker where you grapple, which I know you got in the dungeon, but you grapple on the tail of the dragon to pull a piece of land to drop it on the boss. That is just so epic. I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that. Plus, he does look pretty awesome. I mean, check him out. Now, number 4, I put Mothula from Link to the Past. It was 2 years ago-ish when I first beat Link to the Past, and I remember seeing Mothula, and he's just so intimidating. You enter his chamber, and not only do you have this huge moth coming at you, but he's shooting stuff at you, and spikes are sliding around like crazy. He just is an insane boss. The only downside is, as I remember, he was fairly easy, being as you can pretty much burn him to death, but it's still a super awesome boss that is a standout when it came with plenty of classic bosses. Then I put Odalwa from Majora's Mask as number 3. This boss fight is out of this world crazy. It's next to impossible, at least for me, to lose the boss fight. But I remember as a kid, this boss was such a transition. In Ocarina of Time, typically, you never had to worry about anything but the boss in the boss fight. It's the first boss of Majora's Mask, and you have a huge dancing boss who's chanting crazy things, but you also have bees coming at you and fire that randomly shows up, and it's just so much going on at once. One of my favorite moments in the game is when you get the Fierce Deity Link mask and you completely destroy him when you return. The second to best boss to me is of course Stalord from Twilight Princess. This is a no-brainer if you've seen my other videos, but come on, he's a gigantic skeleton with hordes of undead soldiers, and to add on to that, you can use, well, you have to use one of the coolest items in the game to beat him, which is of course the spinner. Plus, he's a 2-part boss, which I'm usually a fan of in really any iteration. Not to mention the huge size of the boss, which, yeah, is commonplace in Zelda games, but in my opinion, Stalord just does it better than any other boss in Zelda history. And I feel like number 1 is so obvious for me, but Kumi and Kataki, they are just so awesome. Let's view the facts. They're twins, they're old, they're senile. They brainwash Naboru, they use fire and ice magic, and then when you beat them, they fuse together to become an even more powerful boss. Fusion is awesome. Am I right, Gogeta? To add on to that, you beat them, and they show how crazy they are in such a classic way. One that sticks with you well after the game is over. Anyway, that's my list. Comment yours. And subscribe if you want to hear the rap, or if you just enjoyed the video. Also, this Sunday's video is another Legend of Zelda video, and it's going to be amazing. So, sub for that. Peace out, home skillets.